YouTube. Today the topic is settling. And no, I'm not talking about settling for your crazy ex. Today we're talking about settling in business. Okay, for those of you new here, my name is Luke. I am a gaming YouTuber with almost 500,000 subscribers. I built the #1 coaching business in Rocket League. And now I make videos to help you guys grow. And if you're a gaming YouTuber, DM me and let's make some money. Topic for today is settling. One of the biggest unlocks in relationships, and that's work or dating, because let's be honest, business relationships are just dating, but you get no business lessons. Setting higher standards, jokes aside, it's like the single biggest unlock you can have in business, you can have in your relationships. Let me talk about why. I'm gonna give you a dating example, and then I'm gonna give a business example. So hopefully this ties all together. The reason this is so top of mind is I just split with, I guess, my ex, you would now say. Yes, YouTubers have feelings too. We date real people too. Well, not me, I don't really talk to many girls, but this one took an interest in me. That's neither here nor there. Long story short, it didn't work out. And what I learned from it is that I need to work on my emotional maturity. And also, too, the standard you set for your relationship almost determines the type of person that will walk into your life. And simply setting higher standards makes every aspect of your life better. As I've gotten better in business and hopefully my self-worth and realizing what I bring to the table in a relationship, I've stopped putting up with lower standards. And I'm not just talking about like 6s or better. I'm talking about like actual personality traits, guys. Sorry, I'm used to having a mainly male viewership, so different appeals. Hopefully 50% of my audience will be female here. On my gaming channel, I've had 93% are male. Anyways, I can't stay focused. I split with my ex, okay? Boo-hoo, I was really down bad. I talked to ChatGPT about it. We're good now. And one of the biggest lessons from that relationship is, you know when you look at somebody and you're like, this might be a red flag, but I've only known you for 3 weeks and I really like you and we're just gonna brush it to the side. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's nonsense. That's what I did. Don't be like me. I did that. And the issue with setting your standards low is people will act to the level of your standards. And the funny thing is, it's not actually harder in relationships or in business to date a 10. Okay, stay with me now, stay with me. It's not actually harder to make $1 million. Let me give you an example, and stay with me, I'm serious. It's not harder to make $3 million than it is to make $300,000. Both take a level of effort, a level of skill, a level of whatever it might be. Dating a 10 takes the same amount of dates. You have to take them on a first date, you have to take them on a second date, you have to take them on a third date, right? Whether they're a 10 or whether they're a 6. And I'm not objectifying women here, I'm also objectifying men. So it doesn't matter, right? It takes time to build. Same thing with making money. You can either sell something for $3,000 10 times, or you can sell something for $30,000 10 times. You have to sell something 10 times. You have to get on 10 calls to sell it, right? And obviously there's some nuance here, but the point I'm trying to make is when you speak the standards are higher for yourself, those people walk in. And so what I've realized is that in relationships, you shouldn't be scared of the 3s or the 4s. You should be scared of like the 6s or the 7s or the 8s that are just crazy, that are just like walking red flags. Because the people who are in the middle, who are like, I like you a lot, you have a lot of redeeming qualities, but you know this, or I really like this about you, but, you know, or she's really great, but, you know what I mean? Those are the ones where you have to have walls up. And it's actually the same thing with work. So one of the main things with running a YouTube channel that it comes down to at first, regardless of what you're selling, you need to make videos, right? And so that means you usually need, the main fuel for videos is the YouTuber, of course, but also editors, okay? And if you run a YouTube channel, you know what I'm talking about. The editor that's a problem is not the editor that's like, that blows you off, that goes ghost, that doesn't submit anything. That guy, it's like, kick rocks, dude. I'm gonna find a new editor. Editor that'll get you is like that editor that's really good at videos, but they miss their deadlines, or they almost always do things on time, but most of the time they don't, or they almost put enough time into the edit, but not enough. These are the people you have to be scared of because they're the ones that you'll justify, you'll cope, you'll keep, you'll explain away. Not only will it drive you crazy, but as you scale up as an entrepreneur, I currently have 8 people on my team at the time I'm recording this, but I realized when you keep people on that are below standard, okay, people on your team see that. And a lot of leaders, like these big business people that run companies with hundreds of people, I watch these interviews and they say things like, it's all about culture. It's all about the values. Like, you have to get people to understand the values and the culture. And I'm just sitting here like, what does that mean? But as I mature, I'm almost 25 now. My prefrontal lobe is almost there. I'm 23. But the values and culture thing, it's actually real, but not in the way that they say it is. But when you're a company of 8 people, like the values and the culture is kind of like me, like what I'm saying, the stuff that I say that's kind of politically incorrect, but some people find funny, that's me, right? But that's the culture. That's what becomes the values. But when it comes to your team, often what the culture or the values become is what everybody does, but it's kind of like unspoken. And so there are a lot of ways to instill, values and culture by rewarding and accountability and all these things that I frankly suck at as a leader. But you want to know the easy hack to instill culture? Don't take this out of context, but the easy hack to instill culture: fire the people that suck. When I got rid of 40% of my staff, it was no shock to the team who they were. And when I communicated that news to the team, I didn't say, oh, I hate X, Y, and Z person. I related it to values. When those people were moved out, when I fired them, the rest of the people on the team saw, what were they doing that nobody else on the team does? And they go, that's what's not accepted here. And people are smart, especially the people who work for you that you're paying a decent amount of money. A lot of us entrepreneurs think when stuff isn't happening, we go, what's everybody doing? My team are idiots. Like, these people can't do anything. But the reality is they're usually competent and most people want to do a good job. And so they're smart. They may not speak out of turn, especially to you as the leader. This is something I've learned, but they will pick up on things. And so I say all this to say settling, all right? Whether it's for that guy that's like kind of emotionally unavailable and still not over his ex, but he's like 6 foot, or maybe that girl who looks good, right? But she is just crazy. Like, she is out till 4 a.m. on a random Saturday night in March with her girls, bouncing from club to club, but she's hot. Guys, you can't. Okay, I'm speaking to my younger self. We can't be doing this. So the point is settling. Work relationships. If you raise the bar, the people around you, you will find yourself on a better team. And I'll leave you with this one last note. The level that you hold people to and the things that you speak into the world, they have a way of coming together. I'll put this a different way. When you speak a goal into the world has a way of moving around to make that goal possible. And I'll give you a real example of this. When I said I want to be the number 1 Rocket League coach, I didn't, know this forever, but I knew I wanted to be a big Rocket League YouTuber. The pieces of the puzzle came together and I figured out what to do in order to make that happen. Now, when I've said I want to build the biggest gaming coaching business across esports, it's incredible how when I tell that to the right person, the people who want to do this thing with me, they come into the vision. I have editors who I'm talking to who are in college still, and I've told them what I want to do, and they go, Luke, when I graduate, I'm coming to you. Like, we're gonna do this thing. And when you have this vision, when you have a very powerful vision and standards that you hold people to, those two things together, something to go towards and a minimum level of, what you accept, it's incredible how the world will orient itself to help you achieve your goals. It goes both ways, right? But I encourage you, if you're watching this, don't put up with bullshit. That person who is just okay, that's the problem. At every level of business, you need to constantly identify who is the 6 on my team. Who is the 6, right? Who is like cute, but like I'm not really interested, but cute. This is my 20-year-old boy brain of like way of conceptualizing this. Jokes aside, like this is mostly a joke. This video is mostly a joke, but the truth is those like comfortable, but deep down, bad fits, those are the ones that are gonna kill your business, kill your relationships, just suck the life out of you. And so if I could give advice to my younger self, if I could give advice to you watching, whether you're a gaming YouTuber or you just watch me because you think I'm good looking or because you think I have something interesting to say, if I can encourage you to do something, look at your life, look at your girlfriend, look at your boyfriend, look at your business relationships and go, what am I just putting up with right now? Whatever that is, tack it and figure out how to, confront it, replace this person, train this person, communicate to this person, right? Set that expectation, set those boundaries in a healthy way, and your life will just get better. Your life will get better. So yeah, I'm Luke. If you're a gaming YouTuber or gaming coach, hit me up. Let's make some money. And if you're also single and you're in the 50% of my audience that is a female viewer, realistically, like ideally like 25 to 30, my Instagram DMs are open. I'm hopelessly single for obvious reasons. Okay. Yes, people. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm out.